Welcome back, patrons, to the Lucky Die in Kino. Previously, Greff comes up with a plan to stop the initiative, Ivoris speaks to his ring, and Mara entertains the leaky bucket. Back in Sylvana, the team split off in various directions to deal with their own business. After a day or two of rest, Kino Initiative Task Force 10 are called in to meet their new boss, who gives them a mission to recover a rumor-peddling goblin. How long before Maro can make themselves fly? How is Adenlov holding up? And what did a Zed do to be marked by the initiative? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die in Kino. Is there anything that you'll want to do in the night before you leave? Azed is with you. You are at Ivoris' mansion. If not, we're going to go straight to the graveyard.
I would like to propel my aura from myself in such a way that is magical. Because I've leveled up. And now that just happened.
You're slept. So you got to level up. As Greff and Maru wake up, they feel the presence of many gods kind of reaching out and protecting them, which is not an entirely unusual experience tomorrow.
That's just a Tuesday for me.
Yep, it's just a Tuesday.
How long is it when Ivoris is blinded? How long is he blinded for?
It's like 2 or 3 hours usually.
Yeah, I think it's an hour.
No, that's a long time.
Yeah,
well, that's why you're not supposed to use it before, important things.
or
you can use it the night before. Because you had done visions that day. You had done at least one because you looked in on Adenlov, you looked in on a Zed. But I will allow you to do one more before bedtime if you really want to.
Before bedtime?
Yeah. Before bedtime. That's your night activity.
Nocturnal activity.
That's the one, thank you.
Well, I just looked. Fuck. I'm going to do our Greff's dumb plan. His dumb plan that he has that we're doing. I'm going to do it that because it's concerning.
You're real aggressive this morning.
So you want to do a future vision check on the plan?
Yes, on our group, assuming that we go through, under the assumption that the future holds Greff's plan right now, assuming that Greff's plan is the one we do. Yay?
Yep, the plan. Greff's plan. Yeah, we can do it. Greff's plan being that you'll get the stone and then you leave.
Yes.
I think that's the gist of the plan that I've picked up.
Quietly as possible.
Yes. Okay, you may take a vision. You may take a future check on that. The DC is going to be a little difficult because this is a very vague concept you're asking about.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that he isn't really looking at people.
Do you want me to explain the plan a little bit so you can focus the question? Like if there's a part of the plan that you are unsure of.
We could. I think that he knows Greff's plan is just to go fucking get it. Just go fucking get it. Why don't we just get it? That's what Greff said. I'm pretty sure something along the lines of.
That's good enough for me. Okay, roll a future check. The plan it is going to be a little more difficult than the normal DC I set, but you are proficient, I believe.
Ooh,
I have to scroll down. 16. That's a hard meh. Rolled an 11, I think.
Yes, you did roll an 11, but you got 3 plus 2. 16. All right, I won't make you take any damage. I won't make you take any blindness, although it wouldn't really matter because you're about to go to bed. Do you want good or bad omens?
I want to know our... God damn it.
Do you want these are things to go to or things to run away from? You have to
things
pick one.
Things to run from. He's looking because he was scared in the first place.
As you focus in on the vague plan, which is just to get the thing, everything around you kind of goes dark, and you see in front of you a corridor. The ground is stone. The walls are kind of that mud look to it, as if someone's dug a tunnel and shoved something on the ground for you to walk upon. At the very end of this, there is a crude wooden door, which is opened towards you. And as you look forward, you can see a figure, a shape of a person. You can't make out all the details very well, it's a little hazy. But you see someone walking forward into that. You see someone walking into the door towards this figure. And you see them pass the threshold into the other room. And you see them slowly melt. And then your vision snaps back to the present.
Okay, hold on. Define melt.
Yeah, thank you.
Imagine like a candle.
Is this an ice cream person?
No, imagine wax. Imagine wax melting very quickly.
And a person did that? Oh, no.
I'm not going to give you the definite answer on that because you only saw what you saw.
Oh,
you take what you want from that.
Oh, V. Okay.
Okay, you can live with that for the evening. Greff, Mara, is there anything that y'all want to do?
We're meeting up with the turtle in the graveyard soon.
Yeah, in the morning, yeah.
I think Greff is going to take this whole thing seriously and not go drinking.
What?
Smart.
Oh, no.
This is Greff's plan. He can't fuck it up.
Okay.
I think Greff's going to pray to Ogma again.
Okay.
But he is not going in with the intent to make a deal because the last deal fucked him hard.
Okay.
But to try to see if he can last time he kind of jumped into the deal, maybe he can work around a little bit.
So last time you inverted commas spoke with Ogma, you did it through the scroll.
Yes.
Okay. You get the scroll.
Mm-hmm. Let's say Greff has I think I described it. Greff found himself a little cupboard room that he feels comfortable
I think so,
in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you grab the scroll. You are somewhere quiet and secluded. You won't get interrupted by these guys or the staff that currently serve Ivoris' pleasure. Okay. What are you going to ask? I swear to God, if your question is, sup, how's it going? I will lose my shit.
I love you. Are we strong enough to keep going, I guess is the question.
As you pray these words appearing into the scroll, y'all are on technically the end of day 37. You're about to hit 38. As you write this into the scroll, a different handwriting, a different set of writing than what you may have glanced before appears. Ogma is gone. You're asking the wrong question.
Ogma is gone. Should we continue?
Before you even finish the word continue, the answer is yes. We need your help.
Am I doing the right thing?
Take a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I feel like we're playing some really weird Ouija board thing in here. This is super odd.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Right is a subjective term.
Can you help me find the gardener?
Yes. Maro will help you.
Can you help me?
Depends what you ask of whom.
I need strength, but I don't have a lot to give.
When you know what you can give, we will know what we can give.
I think Greff rolls up the scroll at that. Just kind of like lost with like, what do I even have? Like, I can't give up more of my time. I've already been robbed of my best years. Jesus. Yeah, I think Greff's just going to meditate on that one answer. Like, meditate is a high and mighty word. But yeah, he's going to ponder that. I think, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maro.
Hi, that's me.
Hi. Anything that you want to do before, basically this last night before y'all go into the lion's den, so to speak?
If possible, they'd probably try to brew up more healing potions if they can, because that's kind of the only potions that they can make right now.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. Roll a d4, and that's how many of like the base level healing potions you can make.
3.
Perfect.
All right.
I think that's roughly fair. Like, you'll have the ingredients for that. I think next time you'll have to go get ingredients and then brew stuff up. But yeah, I think that's fine. I'm good with that.
I thought I'd have grown myself. All right. In that case, when morning comes around, Maro gives 1 potion to each of their chums and then keeps 1 for himself.
Fair.
That's the 2d4 plus 2 potions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. I already
so
have
morning
one
comes
of
around,
those
we're all
in my
having
inventory.
breakfast. By the way, I made something for you all. Here you go. This one's for you, and I'm going to keep 1 for myself.
I'm imagining we're eating a buffet of different mushrooms.
There's a good assortment. There's the little speckled ones there. There's some the white ones here. I think these are the enoki mushrooms. They're a little bit exotic, but they're very delicious.
None of these are poisoned, right?
Are the housekeepers in here? Because Ivoris is sharing a look with them, like you know, I'm not going to eat this.
The housekeepers are doing their chores. As Zed looks hurt that he doesn't have a potion. Other than that, things are going peachy this morning.
I'm sorry, I don't really know you as well. Otherwise, I would have made one for you. But well,
nah, it's all right, mate. No problem.
What is the armor below scale mail that has sneak proficiency?
I think chainmail. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah,
chain
shirt.
Yeah, chain shirt. Thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Is that or studded leather better for sneak? Because I think
that depends
Ivoris
on how
has
good your
sneak
dex is.
armor, but I'm just going to give him reason to have not been wearing it because he's had sneak missions. He would have had some made. I want to change his clothes.
It depends on your dex.
If you have a very high dex, then studded leather becomes better.
I have a +4, 18.
Then you definitely want
stud.
studded.
Stud.
Okay, then studded leather. So Ivoris is wearing armor you haven't seen. I'm going to give him a reason to not have worn this ever, since I'm making it up now.
Then I'm going to reduce your overall gold.
No, V. I need to check on that too. He had this made, you can tell, a long time ago and hasn't worn it.
Bastard.
Fine,
it means I don't have to shop.
It has, yeah, V wouldn't take us to Carson's. We can't go to Carson's every time. No.
I don't really have any money, so I couldn't afford anything anyway.
It has kind of draconic looking features about it. In the kind of design of the leather, it kind of has like weird, like scaly looking things and sharp looking things about it. You think that they were nondescript enough, and the person making it might not have been very fond of making something that makes a Yuan-Ti very capable of being stealthy, so that they made a subtle thing about it that either would tip people off or would make Ivoris just not want to wear it. And surely enough, he has never worn it.
Yep.
Because
That's
it just
totally
has
fair.
weird draconic features about it that are just subtle in the design, but just enough to make him hate it a lot. But it's just a black studded leather. He has a hood, a cloth hood. so he can pull it up and hide his
The hood only comes out when he feels
neck
threatened.
area.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop this right now.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a snake joke.
Greff kind of just looks across the table as he's shoving like a mushroom in his mouth and just goes kind of like, Maro,
Yeah.
do you know anything more about where we can find this potential gardener person?
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, I don't know anything, but I mean, Chantea, did you happen to get anything? Did any location?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh,
Great
having a wonderful
mushrooms today.
I know, they're wonderful. This place is very damp down in the basement. I like it there.
It's great. You can grow a lot of things down there.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yes, as to what your friend is talking about, someone got hold of me, they left me a message, and they asked me to check in with the gardener again, and I did. You can find the gardener when you arrive at the capital in a place called the Duck's Revenge.
Oh, well, if you have a name, all right, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Right. So, Chantea says we have to go to a place called the Duck's Revenge.
Okay, that's a lot more specific than last time, so I like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's good having nice friends. I like having nice friends.
I
I didn't have a lot of nice friends. You're
Iris
nice
has
friends.
checked the amount of gold that is in his possession, because now we're doing dangerous things where he might have to be on the run, and has packed a small bag that he's not carrying with him, but a lot of his nice clothes is in a suitcase in his room.
If we're traveling underground, you're going to need to have a pack light.
We're not going underground.
Well, if we need to leave, that's fine. That's fine.
Talking of leaving, you'll head to the graveyard.
Yes.
Tell me,
Go to
cannot.
the graveyard.
you have to tell me how much money I have later, V.
You have a significant amount, and I hate it.
Okay.
Y'all head to the graveyard. This morning has that bite like winter is on its way. It's not exactly here yet, but it's coming. The graveyard is frosty as you make your way across, and you see, for those of you who have not met her before, you see a turtle. She has a lot of like colourful patterns painted onto her shell. She definitely looks like she's involved in the shadier aspect of life, which is something Greff would recognise. Fairly obviously, Ivoris, you've come to expect this sort of thing around Greff. So there's that. She waves at Maro as you approach.
Good morning.
This morning.
We all ready to go then?
All four of you. Okay, that's no problem. No problem at all. She lifts her hands so that the palms are up, and you can see that there is like a small gem that she's using as a focus. And she looks at all of you and says, "Gonna have to link hands, grab hold of my wrists."
All right.
We
Grab
hands.
Greff grabs Azed and the turtle.
That's cool. Y'all grab. You feel a tug on the back of your navel, and you are propelled through a sepia-colored version of Kino.
Oh, V, I have a question. I came out of an egg. Do I have a navel? Does Raw have a navel? We've been saying navel this whole time, and I'm just now asking about this.
I
Both
guess
of
you
my
would feel it
characters were
in
from
like you would feel it in like the lower intestines. So like that kind of like hooked feeling that you get on the back of a navel if you have one, y'all would get on your lower intestines.
Okay.
Great.
Weird question,
Okay,
but
continue.
I was like, oh shit.
Y'all travel through a sepia version of Kino. God damn it, Neil. You'll travel through a sepia version of Kino. You pass deserts and houses and terrains of all type until you find yourself standing on solid ground. Can I get your passive perceptions, please?
Oh, yeah. 16.
17.
Not very good. My perception's a +1.
So it's 11.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maro and Greff, you both as you're kind of like being propelled through this sepia-coloured version of the world, you see fairly close to where you're both standing in the circle, you see a couple of dark figures wearing dark hoods. Some of them appear to have like skeletal hands and seem to be looking in your direction. But that's about it, really.
Oh.
And you're on solid ground. You are in the capital. The ground here is mostly cobblestone. You can see that the sidewalk is not particularly well looked after where you're standing. The buildings are quite high. They seem to be crammed together as if they ran out of room on the ground and had to keep building upwards. As the buildings go higher and higher, unless it is a new build, the construction gets worse and worse, starting off with stone and brick, eventually ending up in some pieces of wood nailed together for the, may or may not fall down in the next strong breeze. There are a lot of people wandering around the end of this small alleyway that you have been teleported into. You can see that at both ends of this small alleyway that you're in, there are kind of like barricades or the back of someone's like stall, just so that there's not a lot of passage through this alleyway, but it's wide enough to accept, like, for example, a group of 10 people traveling very quickly here. This is where you find yourself.
Greff would have no idea what those skeletal figures were.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Like once we're back to the real world, there's like a moment where Greff is kind of looking behind himself like, okay.
All right, well, here, Greff.
Time is of the essence.
What now?
Yes. Greff is going to turn to the turtle and just go like, are we going to go with names or are we just going to use made-up ones?
You can call me Shelley.
I hate it. Thanks. Well, Shelley, where can we find you once our duty is over here?
I'll either be on that stool, and they point at the back of the stall. It looks like a kind of like a butcher's stall. Mm-hmm. There's like meat hanging from a construction that's sort of overhead, and you can see there's a very big woman wearing a bloody apron that seems to be like shouting and screaming and like trading meat and stuff. I'll be there, and if you're not back by this time tomorrow, I'm gone.
All right. I guess that's what we agreed to.
Yep. I don't want to be here. And they cast a look over at Maro.
I appreciate the help. And you're going to get paid. We made a deal.
So you wouldn't know a bar or a place called the Duck's Revenge, would you?
Yeah. It's a couple of streets down on the right, past the fountain.
All right. Surely the place is marked. We'll see it when we see it, yeah?
Yep. Can't miss it. Looks like a duck with a mallet.
That's a very peculiar picture.
Yep. It's a good drinking place, though. So.
Oh.
Well, we'll see you hopefully in less than 24 hours.
See you in a day.
Bye! Mara, like, throws a hand up in the air, like, just a friendly wave.
You see Shelley just, like, shake her head and just, like, dejectedly walk towards the butcher's, like, reach underneath, pull out an apron, like a chef's hat, basically kind of changing almost the entirety of their appearance, throwing something over the shell to disguise the brightness for a bit.
All right, so let's get going. Let's see here.
So, do you want me to come with?
Well, you're not coming to stay here, are you?
No, but I've got, not exactly contacts, but I've got people I could, like, talk to if I got her.
Like, if you want to travel with us a little bit, see what our future holds, if we need your service any further, like, that would be in everybody's best interest, I think.
All right, great. As I walks with them. Okay.
Okay, he's just going to guide us there then, I guess.
He's just going to travel with until you tell him not to, or until Zed decides this is too rich for his blood.
Greff's keeping like a close eye on Zed.
Zed is looking around. As you make your way out of this alleyway following the directions that Shelley, inverted commas, has given you, you see the fountain quite obviously off in the distance, a little winding, a little down. But the buildings continue pretty much exactly as you have seen the ones around the alleyway that you teleported into. They are tall, but they are not well constructed. The houses that are bigger, they don't have additional height. It's almost as if like the better made, the more status places are actually lower to the ground or not much higher. There are a lot of people here. They are crammed in. You can take a few steps into the main street itself and get knocked out if you don't immediately join the flow of moving people. There are carts and horses. There are races of all here. Obviously, apart from the Discora races, other than Greff. So that would be a crime. There's a lot of languages here too. It's not just Kino common that's being spoken, but everyone seems to be hollering out in some form or another at each other. Not all of it is understandable. Some of it, but not all of it. You make your way towards the fountain. There are children playing in the fountain and splashing one another. The water here is faintly glowing. Whether it has a magical effect, yeah, I guess you'll have to go play in it. But off to one side, you'll notice 16 and 17 passives fairly easily. You see what looks like a well-to-do bar. This bar has stalls and tables outside. This place has gotten so big it's taking up street space too. And above it, you can see the words Duck's Revenge. And you can also see a picture hanging of a duck with a mallet.
The more I look at that, the more I want to try that. That looks very hilarious. Maybe it's effective.
You want to give a duck a mallet?
I want to be a duck with a mallet.
Oh no, what have I done?
That sounds pretty cool to me, doesn't it?
It does sound fun. I'll admit, like, I wasn't on board, but now I'm very much on... No, focus. We need to focus.
Right. We have mission.
We're looking for the gardener.
Okay, should be easy enough to spot. We're kind of one and the same. Well, not actually, but I know my people.
Yes. So, we'll follow your lead, and if you can find the person, that's great.
Okay, real quick, before we step inside, very important here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so stand out-ish.
Ivoris just like looks at you unblinking. He hasn't stuck his tongue out the whole time we've been here, and he has this hood over his head.
Mara's not looking at Ivoris. Just so you're like your voice is like kind of up here,
and he raises his hand to about eye level.
I need you to bring it to like about like here,
which is just below neck level.
Just so you want me down here?
Maybe not so much the deep part, just the volume, the level of noise.
Yeah, Greff, you got to use your indoor voice.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you. Sorry, what was your name? Azed.
That's
right?
it.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
we've been speaking for about a day now.
Sorry. Right. Yes. I don't always remember. I have anxiety problems. It makes me kind of panic sometimes, and I forget things, and I kind of just the world goes fuzzy, and
we're looking for a gardener, dude.
Right.
We're looking for a gardener.
Yes. Right. Gardener. Okay. Follow my lead.
No, not gardener, please.
We don't need to be a garden.
Sorry, it's the accent.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Go inside.
I would like you to roll a perception check, please.
Okay.
Can I assist him?
Yes. How are you assisting?
Pointing at people that look like they might be gardeners.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Okay.
Now, like, Greff is clearly like looking around, seeing if he can see a person that has like
socks on them. Green fingers,
straw hat.
Like, no, Jesus Christ! It's just because I have a hard time remembering the words. Like, they have like mud dirty hands, like like the kind of shit you have. No, not callous, like mud dirty, like you were working in a garden in dirt.
Well, those go hand in hand. Hand in hand. But
Hey. All right, I'm deleting
That's
this
a
episode.
14 perception, please.
A 14?
Yes, 14.
Was your hand pun just saying the word hand twice? Hand in hand. It's not a pun.
It's a phrase, hand in hand, and he was saying looking at people's hands for the... Never mind, if I have to explain the joke, it's not funny.
Okay. I feel like this is rapidly getting away from us here.
Things are getting out of hand here.
The pair of you look around as Ed helps. Not that he can officially help, but he helps. You don't see anyone who stands out to you as being a gardener, as being someone who would be an outside worker. There are outside workers here, but they all look more like the rough and tumble kind of like salespeople or their farm hands. Like, it's not the same kind of like tenderly looking after rose bushes kind of thing. You don't see anyone that immediately stands out to you.
Ivoris is good at people watching. Can I look around and find the person that seems to be here waiting on their purpose? Does that make sense?
Yes. Zed will give you assistance, so you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Well, Mara got one, so you get one too.
Okay.
Well, with advantage is 17.
I had a heart attack. I saw 6 and went, oh no.
Yeah,
Well, this is going to be a short story.
You know I have a +1 to that. I can't do anything about it.
Okay. You and Azed look around. Azed kind of like nudges you and looks over in one corner. But you actually hone in on the gardener. You see that there is a drow woman and she's sitting talking to someone, but she looks like she's not with them. You know, that kind of over the bar casual conversation. She appears to be nursing some sort of drink, and there is a plate of food half eaten in front of her.
Okay, Iris will nudge Greff. Well, not Greff. Greff wouldn't know what he's looking for. Morrow, and just kind of nod his head in their direction. Because he doesn't want to say things.
Does this person give off the vibe like...
Yeah, like you can give them like a casual glance over. Yeah, some of the things
Do I see a holy
you can
symbol?
see them. No, you don't see a holy symbol, no. But you do see signs that you were looking for, that this is probably a gardener of some sort. They appear to be waiting, not with the people that are currently sitting with them. Like this would probably be the person. And if not to nail home the point, you hear like your goddess getting very excited in one ear.
Ooh.
There's like a high-pitched whining...
Yeah, you know, like when you back your car up and you have parking assist and it gets louder and louder and louder. It's basically doing that when you look in that direction.
Oh. All right. That's yes. All right. So, follow my lead, I guess.
Okay.
Casual. Right.
Yeah. Remember, just like be quiet and cash. I'll tell you, I'll go get some drinks, and we'll go sit with the young lady. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, drinks are good.
All right, I'll order a range. As Ed goes off to the bar.
Greff keeps an eye on him.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Oh, what? Is that motherfucker actually going to try to fucking sneak away?
Yes.
15. Roll a fucking sneak check.
You watch as Ed go to the bar, mix in with the crowd that is clearly hanging around this bar, and you see them trying to, like, kind of taking a few steps, like, along the bar and then taking a short sharp turn away from the bar. You see them look at you, and he does that look of, like, oh, I've been caught. Then he points at you with, like, 2 fingers, like, ah, and then turns back to the bar and orders actually drinks.
There's a good old like eye rolling moment where, like when he does that, you got me, motherfucker. It's like, oh god.
Yep, that happens. So yeah, Zed did not sneak away.
I am very happy I managed to call that.
You make your way over to the drow lady, who is finishing up her drink and finishing up her food. You can very easily, as you make your way over there, the other patrons that are sitting at her table, they kind of like look at her, look at the recognition in her eyes and give her a nod, tell her that they'll talk to her later, and then they'll get up and leave, seeing that the 3 of you, one a very tall Goliath-looking guy, they decide to leave. Hi.
Hello there.
You're, Mara?
Yeah, that's me.
Your reputation precedes you.
I have a
Greff says as she
reputation?
grabs a chair.
No. I was told to expect you.
Oh, right, yes. Then Mara just taps the side of the head.
No, just a message. Like, someone came to me and said, expect tomorrow. So,
Okay, yours was a little bit different. All right, well, that's fair. Hi.
hi, I'm. She would introduce herself. I should give her a name.
Yes, please, what's your name?
Shelley.
No. Shelley was because I thought it was funny.
I hate it. I hate that there's a reference to a pun from our earlier game.
My name is Kier.
Kier?
Yep.
Oh god, that's going to be confusing. Okay. Undead's character in my Saturday night game is named Kier.
Keir.
Yeah.
Because it comes from Undead.
God fucking damn it, Undead!
Undead, you are the raddest person. Good job.
No!
Okay. The message that I needed to help you.
Right, so, and Mara looks around to make sure that nobody's dropping any eaves.
Take a perception check.
I'm assist. No, I've got my eyes on the set. I'm not assisting.
I'm going to ask for guidance from from the Traveler on this one, because the Traveler is good about this espionage stuff.
Yes.
So I'm going to give myself guidance.
You touch a willing creature, yourself. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and adds the number rolled to one ability check of choice. It can roll a die before or after making the check. The spell then ends.
Yes.
As you kind of think about what you're about to do, you feel the Traveler like focusing your eyes a little bit and looking into like the potential problem areas, including the 4 folks that were sitting here previously.
Thanks,
Okay, go for
Traveler.
it.
Just a little whisper. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think I'm going to need it, but I'm going to roll it anyway. Oh my god. All right, that's a 27 perception. I rolled 23 on the 23 and then got a 4 for guidance.
Damn.
Yes, as you're looking around, that kind of little, as your eyes like scan around, you feel the Traveler's eyes like bump your eyes left back again. And you focus in on a Tabaxi male who is sitting on his own at the bar, drinking. And you can see that they are looking in your direction every now and then, but trying to make it look subtle behind drinking a glass. And you can notice that their ears are twitching just that little bit more. They're a kind of very dark ginger in color, and they're wearing light leather armor.
Okay. Well, before that, actually, why don't we have a drink, perhaps, or just enjoy ourselves a little bit? And Mara's gonna lean over to Greff,
Mm-hmm.
and in a very hushed whisper, like straight up, like to the ear, is just gonna say, "Over at the bar, there's a tabaxi. They keep giving us looks. I think that they might be trying to eavesdrop on us. Could you maybe get us some drinks?" And then smiles at you.
Yeah, I could probably get that going.
Thanks, Greff.
Yeah. Greff stands up and I'm assuming gives his seat to Azed.
Yeah,
Who just arrives with like 8
comes
drinks.
back, it's like, what? Is this something I said? I bought beer.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great, buddy. And Greff like just gives him like a jovial little like knock on the shoulder. I'm actually looking for something personally, like something stronger, so I'm gonna go get something. And Greff's gonna go to the bar, and the intention is to go next to the tabaxi and talk a little bit too loud about whatever he wants, and he's gonna just be doing like, I think I want do you have the I'm looking for
performance check.
I am not gonna
This
know.
is the dumbest thing I can think of, and I love it.
I gotta get a fuck it. All right, that's an 8 performance. Can we say You can do that D4 thing.
I can do that.
Can we say he gave that to me before I left?
Sure.
The guidance thing?
Sure. Okay. Sure. As he was leaning over and talking to you, puts his hand on your back and you feel...
It's almost unintentional. The traveler's just like, this guy's going to need help.
No, that was a 1, and I don't believe I'm sitting on an inspiration, so nope. That's the end of that.
All right.
I want to action search. I'm joking. Come on.
If you action search the bar and cause a disruption, I'm probably going to say yes. But that's probably not a wise idea in the capital city to get yourself arrested.
No.
Okay. You don't think you have managed to stop him from focusing in on your ums and ahs become too like rhythmic and be too like monotonous in tone to actually drown out what he's trying to look and keep an eye on. Of course, the others at the table would not know of your success. So, or failure, in this case.
All right.
Okay. So there's the thing that you're looking for.
Right.
There's a couple of houses that it might be in now. It's been moved a lot. I've seen it a few times. There's some houses that are really well made, looked after. They have a lot of people and things, magic things. I used to tend the gardens there, but they don't want me there anymore. There's a man, they say, that's coming. He makes the staff that are there very nervous when they talk about him. They don't think I hear because they don't see people who are lower like me, I guess. He has a lot of magic. I don't know why you need the stone, but it's well guarded, and that means it's probably very powerful or dangerous or both.
Where is it?
There are 3 houses at the edge of Baker's Lane. They're well made, you can't miss them. One is made of white stones, the other is made of brick, and one is a mix of both. They have tall fences, and one of them still has roses growing in the garden, but the others don't anymore.
Which one is it in?
The roses, the one with the mixed stone. I don't know which house has the thing you're looking for. I just know it's somewhere there.
Did they say when this person is supposed to be arriving?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
They could be there for a few days. They might be coming tonight, though. But tomorrow for sure they'll be there.
Any idea what sort of defenses might be in place there?
I just know that flowers used to grow and now there's just dead things. And there's lots of magic. I'm not allowed in them much anymore. They found me when I got a bit closer, and I don't want them to find me again.
So if the magic had a bad effect and made the flowers and whatnot die, assumably it's not going to be in the house that has the flowers still in front of it.
I don't think so, but they were being... They tried to be very sneaky. I don't know anything for sure.
Well, I think that should be enough to help out. We can probably go from there. It's probably best that you try to lay low. Stay away from this stuff.
I'm going to stay here, where people can see me.
That's a good idea.
I don't like it, but I've been told by the people who helped me know you will be coming that I should stay safe. Be here.
That works for me. As long as you're all right. Need to be able to tend the gardens later, right?
Yes, I would like to see things grow there again.
It's all about making sure that things grow again. Mara looks off in the distance. And just gets like a 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, she does a 1,000-yard stare into her drink, which she hasn't touched at all. Okay. What do y'all want to do now?
Assuming I eventually come out of my stupor. Just right. Well, time is of the essence. Thank you very much for your help. Blessings upon you. And like, Mara's gonna look a little awkward at that because that's not really something that Mara normally does. But considering this interaction, and like puts a hand on her shoulder and just for flavor gives her guidance.
Yeah. You see her eyes kind of like shine over, as if like someone's literally passed a light in front of her eyes. From the outside, it looks kind of cool. You see her roll her shoulders a little bit. Like it's not a feeling she's used to, and she doesn't know if she likes it. But she's not hating on it. Okay. Zed turns to Greff when I assume that Greff is basically coming right towards the end of this.
Yeah.
He's like, I can stay where if you want. Keep an eye, make sure everything's all right.
And Greff goes like into conspiratorial mode, and like leans in like, aren't you? No, Greff knows nothing. Meta-wise, like basically just saying to the group, like, isn't he the most important person at this point to go scout and make sure that the thing is actually there?
Well, he is kind of, a thievy sort, so his help is appreciated.
He's just trying to get out of doing this.
I'm not a thieving type.
Because you forced him to be here very much.
You're part of the seedy underbelly like me. Let's just...
Yeah. We're all birds of a feather, and Greff like grabs him by the shoulder and starts steering him out.
Oh no!
No, I can't turn into birds. Not yet.
No, I don't. All right, okay. So we're going to go to this Baker's Lane then. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I can keep an eye on the guy that was keeping an eye on her at the bar if that's more useful. And if we're worried about the lady's safety.
I hate you, Reeve, because I have a little bit of a guilty conscience about this. But Greff doesn't, because Greff doesn't know he fucked up. So you're putting me in a really unfun position.
Never play the meta. Never play the meta.
Greff just like keeps steering him through the door. Like, yeah. I'm sure she'll figure it out.
Okay, great.
I hate you.
You're welcome. Y'all make your way towards Baker's Lane.
Before we go, while Greff was at the bar, he was definitely like checking out the tabaxi, making sure like if he could see any kind of markings, any kind of symbols or anything.
Roll a perception. No, roll an investigation because this is definitely more fine detail stuff.
Yeah, that's a natural 20, so 22.
Fuck. Mm-hmm. You notice as he drinks, and you only notice it just the once, but you see a flash kind of around his neck area. He's wearing like a very plain necklace. Mm-hmm. It's like a leather cord, but it has a metal medallion on it, and you just catch that flash, and it is a sign of the initiative.
Fuck. I don't know everybody in the initiative, but like when I see that and I ravage my brain, like, do I know this person? Have I heard about them?
You don't know this person per se, but you'll have similar things working for Kit. You have little badges, you have medallions. From what you just spot, the kind of very small detail, which with your natural 20, I'm just going to let you have, this is someone who is higher up the food chain than either yourselves or Adnilov.
Oh, Jesus.
This is kind of that very seedy upper level underbelly kind of stuff that's going on here. Yeah.
That's not good. When Greff leaves, he's gonna quickly inform the rest of the crew, like, that person Marrow, noticed, that is like initiative. That is a elite initiative member.
That's a bit of a problem.
That is a huge problem. It means they already know something's up.
And then we've already been seen.
Do we need to take care of them?
I would like to have the chance to return here, maybe, Greff, after we're done with, perhaps the traveling thing. I still would like to try to call this place home. I can't make home over there. You know that.
I understand.
So we have to.
We have to take care of it, yes. Well, no, sorry. We have two choices. We can also bail. And Greff is giving you a very poignant stare right now. Like, which is more important right now to you?
When we got up and were leaving, was this person at the bar, did it look like they also were getting ready to get up and follow us, perhaps?
It depends how far y'all have wandered. If you're having this conversation kind of just outside by the fountain and you haven't exactly decided which way you're going or whether you're going at all yet, then the answer is no, you wouldn't have spotted them moving at all.
Greff, I don't know if I have a better idea than this. I think that maybe all I'm supposed to be doing is enabling you. My other idea is none less suicidal than this, and none less suicidal than going to anywhere else for help.
This isn't something we can just give up on, no. My friends are at risk if we don't do this.
As y'all are basically trying to weigh the options of either taking this person out or not, you've noticed, because he stubs his toe with a nat 1, that Azed is trying to make his way back towards the bar.
God fucking damn it, Azed.
He nat 1'd his stealth, like he can't get away from you with that sneaking, like he kind of kicks a stone and falls into a child sort of thing.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Greff, looks over to him, and I'm assuming he's doing one of those had to try looks. Am I on point there?
No, he gives you a very pointed look, and he looks at all of you and he says, someone's already known. Someone can deal with the problem.
Can I get an insight? Does he actually seem earnest in dealing with this issue?
Absolutely, you can.
22.
I'm joining in on the... Oh, okay, or not.
You can join in too.
He rolled the 22. There's no point at this point.
He is being very earnest.
Mara looks at Greff. I think it's all right.
Why don't we trap him? We don't have to go to him if he is going to come to us. We could pull him somewhere more isolated.
I was just thinking of letting him know he's being watched. Can't follow you if he knows he's being watched.
And you're not afraid that he's gonna just arrest you on the spot?
Same idea as the girl. Stay in a place where I'm seen.
Right.
He knows us.
He wouldn't necessarily know you. Like you, he wouldn't know.
Right.
It's a big organization.
Well, he might, but yeah.
And actually, most of us, okay, Greff with his stupid two long swords is maybe not a very common thing, but he isn't a unique-looking Goliath. No. He doesn't have a lot of tattoos or markings or shit like that. Actually, no, yeah, he actually does, because Goliaths have tattoos.
Yes, they do.
I forgot about that.
I think
his eyes looks somewhat different, but I don't think it's different enough. My tail is still out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty red.
Greff just kind of gives a good old sigh and just looks up and we have a problem and we need to take care of it. Just like if this was an initiative job.
Another question. Do either of you know magic that can melt people?
I'm sorry, that can melt people?
Right. Like wax people.
That's actually a good question. Let me look at my spell list. Hold on a second.
You can roll Arcana, History. Yeah, you can roll Arcana or History.
I am proficient in neither.
Yeah, I'm terrible at both. But sure, I misunderstood the question. Then I always thought she was asking if I could cast a spell like that. I probably could. But sure. Let's go with yeah. That's a 10.
You have no idea.
History. 5.
You have even less idea. Unfortunately, this does not ring a bell with either of you. I'll be fair, I'll roll for a Z. This may be the dumb shit that a Z knows. It is not. So I got 7.
Fuck. Greff, I could look into it. I could check on him later, if you know what I'm... But I could, might be out for an hour,
That might be okay.
We don't have much time for me to be useless all day. But you could at least help me walk somewhere else. We could make travel.
I got you. I got you. I think it's worth it.
Are you sure? Time is of the essence right now.
It's an hour in a day.
Right, but she was saying that the person might be here by nighttime. The more time we take, the worse it is. The more chance we have of being discovered.
Yeah. She also said that they won't be leaving for a couple of days.
So if they arrive here, it makes things very, very hard for us.
Makes it, what do you call, hard mode, but it's not undoable.
Worse, because then we also lose our transportation.
Okay, well, I could intimidate him. We could get him alone and figure out what he wants, or we could just kill him. But either way, I don't think we can leave it alone.
I'm not an assassin. I'm a thief and a smuggler.
We have to kill people to survive now. You too. He will kill you.
Not just you. He's initiative. There's no fine line. There's a hard cut. We've done it. And Greff looks at Ivoris.
I don't want to be killing no one. But if not, then bigger things than us die.
Let's keep moving. See if he follows us. If he does, round a good corner, let's get him. If he doesn't follow us, Greff grabs a set and genuinely squeezes his shoulder a little bit. You need to warn the gardener.
Yeah.
You need to get them somewhere safe.
I'll get him back to where we got teleported in.
Yeah.
I think at least close to it. Okay. What a lovely day for a walk.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, please don't. Please don't do this accent too.
I was actually accidental. It's just kind of how Greff talks.
All right. In that case, I need the three of you to roll perception checks, please.
Yeah, boy.
17.
26.
Fuck
Wow.
a duck natural 20.
Mm-hmm. That's 2.
As you get up to make as you kind of all decide to make your direction, head off in whatever direction you end up choosing, you notice that the tabaxi who's sitting at the bar finishes his drink quickly and begins to follow you. On the 17s, you would not have spotted him.
Oh yeah, shit, you both rolled 17.
Yeah.
Which is a 16
Only
on the
because of
die
that
for me.
motherfucking
Which makes me
natural
angry.
20, 26, not quite 28 passive perception bullshit that you seem to do to me. Yeah, you spot that they are following you, but they are blending in very well with the crowd.
All right. Greff's gonna lightly tap on Azet's shoulder and just kind of corner of the mouth, real quiet, just go you're gonna have to run ahead and find a good spot.
All right.
Why am I sending a Zed? I have both of you assholes. Oh, no.
Zed's gone.
Zed is also smaller, though, so he blends in with the crowd better.
He can, do the low-level stuff. Y'all are all tall ones now. You continue down along the main street for what feels like forever, waiting on a Zed to return, wondering if a Zed would return at all. And it gets to that point when you think, that slimy little bastard, when you feel a little kind of like nudge into the side of you, and a Zed, a little bit out of breath, as he kind of like passes you, crossing the street sort of thing, trying to be as natural as possible. You just hear him say, second one after the nearest baker's, jump the fence. You'll be there.
All right. Greff's gonna follow that to the T. Just trusting a Zed. I'll drown that motherfucker in my own goddamn beer if he fucks me.
You find that he has not fucked you. You pass the bakers, you go down the street, you jump a fence which is probably like knee-high, at least to Greff. It's not very tall, it's just one of those. Here's a fence just marking the end of something. And you find yourselves in this kind of very secluded, not overlooked, but like the buildings around it are very tall, but there seem to be no windows that are either open, and if there are windows, they are kind of like they have shutters on them, and they have like blinds or like something hanging there. This place isn't looked over, and it's pretty well hidden. The little fence is there. Just beyond that, there are some bushes. It's very easy to grab someone and pull them in here. This is a very seedy part of the place. It smells rough. It looks rough. There's debris everywhere. And sure enough, a few moments later, the tabaxi arrives at the end of the alleyway. What are y'all doing to prepare? I'm going to give you maybe 6 seconds.
Ivoris is preparing his suggestion cantrip, not his crazy one.
Okay.
He just wants to get him closer.
Yeah.
I think Greff's gonna position himself so that if the guy... I think Greff's basically positioning himself so that like the guy has to pass through him, or Greff has like at least a good like... Greff is preparing to sprint if the motherfucker like catches eyes of us and just like, oh shit, I've been found out, and starts sprinting. Like Greff is ready to just run and tackle.
Okay,
I think I'm gonna go for that. Yeah.
Starter's position, yeah. And Mara.
God, I wish all three of us had hold person now. It's the funniest fucking thing to do to low-level bosses. They usually don't have legendary resistances.
Yeah, low-level boss, yeah.
Are we trying to hide and then ambush? Is the way I understand it. When they follow us into this alley.
Oh, that's actually a way better idea.
Then what were we doing?
We were basically just gonna let them walk in here and see if they'd engage with us. Now that like we're what Greff was preparing to do was basically standing in the alley, ready to sprint after him if he runs, and if he wants to come and talk, we're gonna talk with the intention that we're gonna murder him eventually. Okay,
then Mara's gonna whisper, if we're going to ambush these people, we need to hide.
Greff just jumps into one of the bushes.
Yeah, there's a baker around here.
What?
A what?
I'm sorry, I thought you said there's a butcher's, right?
Bushes.
Bushes. Yes, there is a bushes. Not a baker or a butcher inside a bush.
I'm sorry.
The fucking look on my arch's face is like, wait, the baker is in the alley?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, then.
Yeah, assume there's no one here.
Mara's gonna say that, and then quickly cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
Okay, nice.
That is a 2nd level spell slot. Everybody for the next hour gets to add a +10 to stealth checks, and we can't be tracked except by magical means.
Damn.
Nice.
We do not leave behind any tracks or anything, but that doesn't really matter since we're now hiding, but it's good for ambush.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we ambush. Because we're hiding in the bushes.
If I could give negative inspiration, I would do so. But that's solid gold.
It's a plant joke. I'm a fucking druid. Of course I'm going to make plant jokes.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm not going to stop whining about it.
It's buried in my roots.
I'm gonna leave this. All right, I'm done. This is getting...
I'm very glad I picked a druid.
The Tabaxi walks into the alleyway. I'm going to say that y'all are hidden wherever you want to be hidden. Y'all are positioned where you want to be positioned. You see them reach kind of the fence area, and they look around a little confused, as if they don't know what's going on. And they slowly turn their head towards the area of where the fence and the bushes and all that are.
Boo!
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, are you going to wait for them to walk in there? What's going on here? Okay. Tell me what you're doing. You'll basically have the surprise round, inverted commas.
Surprise round?
Yeah, I'm going to say surprise round.
Are we going to talk, or are we going to fight and then talk?
Just murder.
It is entirely up to you. You can't just murder. You can cast suggestion. Basically, I'm giving you like the traditional round to either set up talking or set up a fight. Like, if your suggestion works and he lays down on the ground and blabs everything, great. We don't need to do combat. But yeah, this is what I'm offering.
Okay. I'm still going to do that suggestion that I had ready.
Okay. Then suggestion. Let's do it.
Yeah, I would like him to go first if we're just like picking.
Yeah, I'm hand waving what you want to do right now. So.
Thank you.
I was debating doing my higher suggestion, but I think I'll hold on to that because I can still, with both of you here and us at the beginning of combat, do regular suggestion and we could disarm him. So that's going to be my goal. I'm going to regular suggestion. He has to make the saving throw. 16.
I would like you to please tell me what is it that you're telling him to do?
Drop down on the ground and keep your hands behind you.
Okay. I think he may have something to stop this.
Really?
Well, he has to roll save.
First of all, I'm going to do the wisdom save.
Yeah, I mean, usually that really gets it. Usually there's not much more they have to worry about. They just pass it.
He got a 17.
Yeah, I see.
That's unfortunate.
It's super unfortunate.
Is it my turn?
You have given away your position. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is like you two can do your thing. You can tell that this guy has not been taken over. His eyes don't turn the same color as Ivoris's eyes. Like none of that happens. He doesn't react other than to put a hand on his belt.
I cast hold person.
Fuck. All right. All right. Let's get the spell DC. What is it?
Spell DC is 15.
And it's on a wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
He got a 20.
You bastard.
That's cheating.
Nope, he didn't get an actual 20. He just got 20.
That's still cheating.
Well, then,
Greff.
As he starts casting his spell, Greff just comes charging out of the bush, both weapons ready. And he's just going hog.
Just gonna wail on him.
Yep. The
Pass that out,
like,
trace is gone, by the way.
Fair.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit him with the Orcan Carved.
Okay.
That's a lot.
All right, yeah. So Greff comes charging out of the bush.
Yep.
I'm assuming I don't have advantage since I've had 2 people cast spells before I run out. Or is this...
No, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, it's surprise enough. He saw a Tabaxi guy who tried to curse him. He saw someone stand up and, like, do the hand thing. And he just wasn't expecting a Goliath to come charging out of the bushes. This was not on his day plan.
All right.
Sure, allow, because you'll set this ambush up pretty well.
Okay, well, then it's... let me see. Let me just click that again to see. So that's a 25 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And since I have advantage... I get to, as I'm running out, I look over him and I spot a opening in his side, an area that would usually be covered when he's ready for an attack.
Yeah.
But right now it's open for open to be taken advantage of.
Yes.
And I'm using my sneak attack.
Inverted commas. Yep. Yeah, that's totally fine. Like he's reaching for his weapon, so like that side area as he's reaching across. Mm-hmm.
Just opens up.
Yeah.
So. I do all in all 26 damage.
Oh, damn.
And that's my first attack.
Okay. Oh, a first attack. Oh, well, fuck you then. Sure.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to try to slash him again.
Yep.
That's a 12 to hit.
That fails.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to try to hit him with my offhand weapon.
Yep, sure.
That's a 10 to hit. Oh,
That's
no.
also a fail. Okay. Sorry, folks. It's initiative time.
Yes.
All right. Nice.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm so sorry.
dun.
Shitty rolls.
All right, let's go with Maro.
I got the 12.
Maro got a 12. Greff.
I got an 8.
Greff got an 8. And the other one, Ivoris.
I got a 12.
Out of you and Maro, who is going first?
I have an 18.
Oh, it's
plus
Ivoris,
4.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely Ivoris.
And Ivoris. All right, top of the rounds, the Tabaxi has 15.
Oh, come on.
All right, the Tabaxi lifts, basically reaches across and grabs his weapon. As he kind of like pulls it, it's a pretty big, brutal-looking sword, motherfucker. Okay then, and he is going to attack the person who came out swinging him and got him in like the side. Kidney shot him with a goddamn longsword, motherfucker. He's not happy with us.
8 months left of that kidney.
Kidney's gone. All right, his first attack is 21 versus your armor class.
Hits.
All right, he smashes it into like the side of your arm, and you take 13 slashing damage.
All right.
For his second of his many attacks, he swings the sword back the other way and kind of tries to get you in the neck for 17 versus your armor class.
Give me 1 second. I'm just making sure that I haven't fucked up my armor class.
Sure.
Nope, I have not fucked it up. Yep, that hits. That's on the armor class. I've got 17.
Okay, you take 9 slashing damage.
All right.
And for his third and final attack, he tries to get you in the face for 22, so he
Jesus.
does 11 slashing damage.
That was bad.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a dick I want to be.
Well, you've done 3 attacks. He can't have much left in the bank.
Sure he does. He action surges. And he brings his weapon to bear again. And he's going to go for your knees. For a 28 versus
knees.
your armor class.
Hits.
17 damage.
Jesus.
He may have a good weapon.
What is he wielding?
It's basically a sword. But it's very easy to detect that it is in fact magical.
Is it a long sword, short sword?
A long sword
rapier?
type. It's definitely not a rapier.
A scimitar?
No.
Greff is still standing.
Good.
Okay. This is good times. As he swings the fourth time, and he kind of like does that thing where he takes like he puts his weight on his back foot, ready for the next attack coming his way. He says, "Stop! In the name of the initiative, put down your weapons." And it's now Ivoris's go.
Ivoris, if you could do the thing, please. You know, the thing where you
Please,
stop the
Ivoris,
thing.
please.
Greff, how much health do you have?
I have
You
14.
look very bad.
Oh!
He
You
took
look
me
very
down
bad.
to less than quarter of my health.
Shit, and you have more health than me. So that's concerning for me.
Yeah.
Ivoris is going to lay on hands 30.
Nice. Okay.
I approve that.
You feel the effect of many gods trying to bolster your spirits. Yeah.
Okay.
Those wounds bind over.
Oof. You can instantly see like as the wounds and the blood like stops dripping, like there's a power to Greff, and you can tell like that the anger's back. Like,
Oh no.
he started this fight quite like, oh yes, use your tactics, Greff. Go for the kidney, Greff. Do smart things, Greff.
And then misses everything apart from the kidney shot.
Oh no, Greff is running low on blood. Greff, no, think good no more.
I really just want fell suggestion to work, but I know if I do it, it's not going to.
Okay.
Never
You've done lay
works.
on hands.
Is that an action or a bonus
I
action?
think it's an
It's
action,
an action.
right?
I can't do it now.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus?
No, I don't have anything. That's very great.
Okay then.
Actually,
I
no,
will...
that's wrong. I Shield of Faith. Greff.
Okay.
I do have that. That's a bonus. I thought that was an action. Wild. Okay.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, it's bonus.
It's a very good one, too.
Yeah, you kind of get this shimmer all across your body, like a faint, like whitish, yellowish glow.
Okay.
And then it just kind of like peters out. Your skin is tingling with magic. It's super weird. Okay,
Two
Maro.
armor classes.
Hello.
Thank you.
What's up? We done?
I'm going to cast Hold Person again.
Okay. I will take a wisdom.
Yes, please.
Wisdom save.
Please stop
That's a
doing so.
12.
Ooh.
That's a failure.
He is going to use Indomitable Will.
That's cheating.
And he got a 10.
That's still a failure.
That's still a failure.
Which means...
You got a 10?
I clicked the spell. Wait, no. Why is it... No, I didn't cast it as a 3rd level. Why are you putting it as a... No, it's a 2nd level. Stop it.
He is, however, frozen in place.
Yes.
What?
He is paralyzed for the duration. At the end of its turn, it can make another save to try to break free.
Okay.
But right now, it's paralyzed.
Anything you want to do with your move? Anything you want to do with your bonus?
You know, that's a good question. Do I have anything that I can do with my... No, I can't do anything because I cast the spell as my action. Such pressure. No, that's it. I'm gonna hide back in the bushes.
Okay, you step back into the bushes. Greff.
I take solace in the plant life.
It takes solace in you too. Greff, you see the person's eyes kind of like go over purplish, and you see every muscle in their body kind of freeze up.
Oh, there's a glint there's a glint of like pleasure in Greff's eyes when he sees that he's just completely helpless right now. And Greff is just gonna go fucking wild on him. So I've clicked advantage.
Yep.
And I'm hitting him with Orc Carved.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
I should probably make a mention that any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit. If the attack is within 5 feet.
Are you sure about that?
I'm
you
reading
link
the
me the thing?
paralyzed effect right now.
Actually, yes, it is side effect of paralyzed. So yes, you would have critical because you actually just hit him.
Okay, well then ignore that damage. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out because he is about to take a stupid amount of damage. Okay, so no, that's the base damage, and then I have to roll
concern on V's face.
1 extra d8.
1d8
Yep.
plus 1d4 for brutish plus 66 for sneak attack.
Yes, that's fine.
That's plus 33, so that's 46 damage from
Okay.
the first hit.
Not a problem. Oh, it's a nice round number. Carry on.
And then I'm gonna hit him again with Orc Carved,
Okay.
and that's an automatic.
Yep, you hit on a 20, so that is in fact a crit.
Yeah, and let me 1 second. Oh Jesus, that's not what I wanted.
I won't have the sneak attack on this one.
No, I just need to roll the extra crit damage.
It's just a d8 and a d4, right?
That's an extra. Oh Jesus, 5.
Okay, so that's 18.
And then I'm gonna hit him with the longsword, standard bonus action,
Sure, of course you are.
and that's 23 to hit,
Yep, so that would be a crit because he's paralyzed.
and that's an extra 16 damage all in all. On top of that, is he still standing?
He is still standing
How is he still standing?
because he's bigger and more powerful than you are. Just because you got your buddies to beat him up and hold him in place like you're bullying him.
I'm very
No,
tempted
don't
to.
put me in that position. I'm just trying... I don't like doing this. I'm hyperventilating in the bushes.
The kind of like the branches like try to like stroke your back as you're kind of like panicking over what you're doing.
Oh.
Should I action search?
He is bleeding profusely.
Yeah, let's
he
just-
doesn't look good, but he also can't change his expression. So
No, I'm finishing this. I'm action searching,
okay, sure,
and then 24 to hit,
that hits. So that'll be a crit.
and that's 23 damage.
He is unconscious.
And Greff stops beating the shit out of him and is angry that he used his action search.
Okay, so he's laying on the ground, bleeding to death. Good job.
Greff is gonna real fucking quick go through his pockets while he's still bleeding, looking for any kind of indication of what his job was or something like that.
You can better grab the medallion now so you can have a much better look at it at your leisure. You don't find any other signifiers. There is no coin on him. There is no handy Bethesda-style note explaining who he is or what he's done.
I feel called that.
You're welcome. You literally don't find anything other than the weapons and the armor that he's wearing, apart from this single medallion. If you hadn't noticed, he's dead.
Yes. Mara sticks their head out from the bushes. Pull him in here, quick. Grab all his stuff, pull him in.
Greff,
don't leave a trail of blood.
Greff hucks him over his shoulder and grabs the longsword the guy was wielding and moves him into the bushes and lays him down there. And he tries to do it a little bit quietly.
Should we try to figure out anything from him? It's now or never.
Mara's hyperventilating.
Greff,
I can't heal that much more. Maybe
it's okay. It's okay, Marrow. This is part of life now.
I'm supposed to make things grow. Make life. Not this is. Okay. I'm just gonna turn around. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna be looking this way.
Greff, do we need to figure anything out from him?
No. Greff's just gonna grab whatever the guy has on him, whether it be coin, purses, notes, or whatever.
Literally nothing other than the medallion and the sword.
He was at a bar. Surely he has 3 or 2 gold. Whatever.
There's nothing on him.
Oh, he's been flashing his goddamn badge to drink, motherfucker.
Duh. Why aren't you guys doing that?
Greff has an epiphany. I'm staying in the initiative. Turns around and just starts stabbing you.
Yeah, there's literally only the medallion and the sword.
Okay. And just don't make me do it because I don't want to. Is the armor magical?
Nope.
Great. I didn't want to strip him.
Don't make me do this.
Yep.
Is it?
B, don't make me take this man's clothes off.
Yeah, okay. Then.
Only his boots are. No, joking. Yeah, there's nothing remarkable about him other than that.
Greff's gonna look at the medallion. And then he's got to chuck it in his bag, or in his pocket.
Something to look at later.
Yeah, not just that. This is high-level initiative. This might be incredibly powerful to get what I want.
Oh boy, what have I done? Okay, sure.
And of course, Greff is grabbing a stupid sword, but yeah.
Yep.
I'll figure that out later.
Yep. Okay.
Ivoris grabs the shit out of Morrow, and we get the fuck out of here. You feel a tug from your shirt collar.
Oh no!
It's okay. It's okay. You did great. And Greff punches you in the shoulder.
Ow.
Okay. So where are y'all going?
Damage.
What was the name of the street?
What?
I wasn't part of the conversation. What was the name of the street? Where are we going?
Oh, Baker Lane?
Yes.
Greff turns around to the bakery they ran past. I
thought the baker was in the alley.
We're not playing that game. You're not in Baker's Lane. You're in a different, road, different alleyway. This is not the place you're looking for. There aren't 3 really nice looking buildings here.
Okay. We're gonna start making our way over there. I'm assuming Azed has completely disappeared at this point.
Azed has completely disappeared at this point, yes.
I wanna be mad. But goddammit, did he help?
Okay, it takes a little while for the 3 of you to locate and find Baker's Lane. None of you have been here before, so it's not like they're also handing maps of the city saying, you are here. No, you tend to ask people in these sort of places. Whether you do or whether you don't, it takes some time. The city is much larger than Sylvana is. It takes a long time to get from A to B. It is huge. You approach the place that is named Baker's Lane. There are a couple in the city, which doesn't help, but you can tell the one that you finally end up 3 streets later because the nice buildings are here. This is the nice part of town. The cobblestones are fairly even, so there's a lot less people tripping over them. The sidewalks have been properly maintained. The stalls that are on the streets are of high-end goods, and people aren't wearing rough stuff. They're wearing nice things like you would find a shopkeeper to wear, even though they're outside selling foods or other such things.
Great. The one time I don't look like I belong here.
In the middle of Baker's Lane, the street is fairly wide. You could probably put 3 carriages down here. The houses become much bigger, much grander. There are iron gates, iron fences around some of them. Some of them are just very tall stone fences or walls. In the middle of the street, there is a fountain. It's very ornate. It has a lot of carvings of the various life here. Tabaxis, tieflings, goblins, that sort of thing. They all look very well-mannered, and it's one of those very artsy pieces where water is coming out of their mouths and perfect arcs and all this good jazz. This place is fucking posh. At the very end of this, you see the wall that surrounds the capital. It's on the very edge of the town. And you can then see the 3 buildings that the girl described earlier. One of white stone. This has an iron fence around it, and you can feel that everything in the garden has died very quickly. The bushes that are around the edge of this are slowly turning brown and black as they've been decayed and left. You can see on the right-hand side of the street there is the red brick building, which is a very similar looking affair. This one is a little bit more run down. The roof is decaying, falling apart in places. It almost looks as if this decay has affected the building itself. At the very end of the street, you can see that there is a house with a mixture of these big white stones and red bricks. You can see that there is a small fountain just in front of it inside the grounds itself. It has stone walls that are pretty high, and you can see that the creepers, the bushes, the vines that have begun to grow up on the inside of walls, as they often do, these still have tinges of green to them. But this is all that you really see as you walk down the street without breaking into the premises or trespassing.
Ivoris is going to waste another fucking resource, because that's... I'm debating even doing it, because I'm quickly becoming useless. I'm going to try to locate object between the buildings.
Okay, link me locate object, please.
Okay.
That's actually very smart.
That is incredibly good.
It's just a second level spell, and I'm running out of healing. I used all my healing.
Thank you for the healing, by the way.
That was all of my lay on hands. I meant to leave myself 5, but I had done math wrong. I actually have 30 as my total, and I thought I had 35. Shit. So I'm out of lay on hands.
That's all right. I've got stuff to spare.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to roll D20.
You're not sure how...
It's not that. It's just that there are very specific wordings on this locate object spell.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly which one I'm going to go for.
Okay.
So I'm just going to roll a dice and odds and evens, that kind of thing.
He's probably looking for the same thing as last time, because he's detected
You're looking for the stone, right? The alchemist stone? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. You can sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. I think that's nearly a mile. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once. You have not seen this particular one, but you have seen one. You have seen one, just not this particular one. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. It can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object. You cannot detect it.
You think they're shielding it, or do you think it's just not here?
Well, the vision that I had kind of had an underground thing going on about it.
Ooh, underground.
didn't it? Wasn't that somewhat accurate? Because the ground in the...
The ceiling and the walls were made of dirt, and the ground was stones thrown on a
to
kind
make
of
it
the
walkable.
ground to make it walkable. Yeah, it's a good bet that it's underground. It's not sky walls, so.
All right, underground.
I can go in and scout ahead if you'd like.
That's, I mean,
I'm very
probably
good at
not
it.
smart considering I asked earlier if you knew anything about magic that melted people. I don't know what use we're all going to be in there, but I don't think we should split up.
Greff is kind of studying the houses right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of the houses show any signs of movement in or out of them? I have proficiency in survival, so that's the tracking skill.
Yeah, roll it and I will give you something.
All right.
I won't give you everything, but I will give you something.
No. I know I'm being cheeky. 22.
Yeah, that's super cheeky. You're getting nothing. You see two ducks crossing the road with a mallet in hand. No.
Where's Marrow?
What you see is that each of the buildings, like you can't see into them very well. It's a big street. They are big places. Mm-hmm. But the little that you can see of the buildings, of the grounds, you notice that there are definitely people, humanoid figures walking around. They seem to be walking in pairs, or if they seem particularly big and brutish on their own. You think you get a beat that they are probably all on some sort of schedule. Like it seems to be every bump, bump, bump person, bump, bump, bump person. You know that there is a routine. You know that there is a schedule for each of these buildings, by the way, is a very similar thing. You know that there is a schedule. You just don't know it from a quick glance.
Okay.
And because you're being too general by covering too big of an area.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, these are protected places.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask that. Do I get the uncanny feeling like this is fake? It's too on the dot. Like...
Again, because you can't tell whether there is a specific... You know that there is a schedule, but you can't tell what it is. So you don't know whether it's I'm just here for show kind of schedule with big obvious holes in it, or whether they are actually being honest. Like that's an intent you can't really tell just from a survival check.
Greff's gonna relay most of that information back to the crew. Just there were people in all three houses.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily, I'm not going to say you could see inside the buildings, but walking around the grounds, yes, each building had a set of someone walking around.
So all three houses are being guarded. There's routine, there's schedule. This is not going to be easy.
Are there any animals in the vicinity?
Maybe some rats.
Perfect. I find a rat.
I will need you to take a perception check to track down a specific rat. Like, you're not just going to look down on the ground and a rat be there. All right, I'll roll for the other thing then. Sort of scurrying around the fountain, you see like a big brown rat.
Okay. You'll
also notice that Azed is trying to be sneaky coming up to y'all.
I'm not paying attention to Azed. I don't care.
That's fine. All right, you're going to cast...
Speak with animals.
Okay.
I'm going to use a spell slot, otherwise I'd have to use it as a ritual, and that would take too long.
Yep.
So Mura's going to kneel down by the rat, and in rat talk, say, "Hello there. Hello. I wanted to ask you something. I want to make a deal with you. I have some food. I'll give you the food, but I need you to find something out for me."
Is that a rat?
So, those houses here, the three houses there, okay? You see the big ones there?
Stone.
Yes. Inside one of those houses, there's a big rock. It's a shiny, glowy rock. Find out where it is, and I'll give you a lot of food.
Scary rocks.
Scary shiny rock. That's what you look for.
No, scary rocks. Shiny stone in scary rock, you say?
Yes.
Scary rocks.
Yes.
Much food.
Yes, I will give you lots of food.
I need you to make a persuasion roll.
I'm not very good at those.
Aha!
17.
Outsmarted a rat.
Feel proud of yourself.
I'm just playing to my strengths.
We'll start with less scary stone. Then you bring me food?
And then you go to the next one, and I give you more food.
Uh-huh.
All right, sounds like a deal then. And Mara holds out a little finger to do a little paw shake.
They do the thing where they twitch their nose against the end of your finger. The rat scurries off in the direction of the white and red stoned house. They kind of like go almost directly for it, and you see them like begin to make a little beeline along the bottom of the of the stonework around the edge, the kind of like the stone fence wall that is surrounding it. And you see them like burrow down into the ground as there's like a tiny little mouse hole that they can get into. Your rat companion is off.
All right.
What do the three of you want to do?
So we're going to need to, not be so visible in plain sight, but stay in the area. My little rat friend there is going to go do some scouting for us.
Wait, you talked to rats?
Oh, Jesus, you're back?
Oh, hello. I can talk to I can talk to any animal. I need a little bit of magic to do it, but yeah, I can talk to animals.
I'm assuming that's a set.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very fun. Some animals have some very interesting things to say.
Azed fucked up his sneak roll to get to you. It's a fucking common trait with his mother. Well, I saw a really expensive looking tavern back there if we want to stay in the right area.
Would that work?
As long as we have a view of this area here so I can see when the little rat friend comes back.
Does it seem like we have time?
We have, I'm going to assume 23, 22 hours now? Like
maybe. She said this evening and it's taken you folks some time to get here.
At the very least, we can rule out whether or not the one house the rat is going to be the one or not.
But isn't that only if the rat makes it back?
If the rat makes it back, then we know it's probably that house.
But without checking the others, and if the rat doesn't come back, we can't rule it out because people really ate rats.
Right, but rats are also very good at avoiding getting caught.
Yeah. What if the rat melts, like the person I saw?
Well, I haven't seen any buildings that we could stay in that will overlook this area.
Yeah.
And that is true. Like, there are no buildings that are easily able for y'all to get to and stay in and still maintain a view of the fountain.
My instinct is that no one is here and we need to get in those houses and figure out where it is quickly. As long as no one knows that we were in the houses, right? It should be okay.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, V. I saw guards at all the houses. Like, there's somebody guarding every house.
Correct.
So we'd have to figure out the schedule or the routine to try to fit through. Like, that's definitely possible. And Greff kind of looks to Azed like,
what are you looking at me for?
You're pretty. You have been able to acquire things that people didn't want acquired. Like, do you think this is a possible thing?
Well, I mean, it's doable. It's going to take some time. I mean, there's 3 places you've got to keep an eye out. That's a 3 sets of eyes, or it's one person doing the work of 3 people, which may be a fuck up, and it will take a very long time doing that, and things might change. It's going to be expensive, or it's going to be slow.
Expensive?
Yeah. Well, my contacts here aren't quite the contacts I got back in Giovanna, so I can't trade in on my good graces like I do with you, Greff.
You've got a pretty mug for, God damn it, I've forgotten the place names now. God damn it, brain. Fuck it, that joke's gone.
That's why Greff will never make it as a comedian.
Sylvana. You got a nice mug for Sylvana, but in the capital, you ain't nobody.
No.
Greff goes into his pocket and brings out 30 gold coins. Like, would this help?
It would help, but it's...
Not enough.
I don't know, to be honest, Greff, until I actually start putting feelers out in a way that... Until I start putting feelers out in a way that's safe, I don't know. Maybe things are cheap here, maybe they're not. But it's the capital, so I assume it's not. And we got the added complication of your friend we took care of earlier.
He's taken care of.
Yeah, I know. They found him.
Yeah, that was not as smooth as we wanted.
No, I thought the plan was to get him, not kill him. You see that, like, Azed has done like a big double take to make sure it's definitely not around. That kind of isn't, not really.
Greff kind of like looks at him and like, no, this is, we can't afford fuck ups right now. And it was him or us at that point. He knew we were up to something and we're about to be up to something.
I
know he's just doing his job. He could have been us. We could have been him. But that's why the world turns like this. The strong survive. And the clever survive too.
It's good, because I was getting really fucking worried there.
Greff gets into his pocket and takes out all 53 gold coins and hands them to Azed.
Okay. I'll start making inquiries.
The sooner the better.
Don't worry. Wherever you go, I will find you.
Azed, be
Greff.
careful. And Greff's going to hand him one of his healing potions.
Morrow, if you could find snakes, I can talk to those. Might not be anything, but, you know, we got three houses.
I can try to find some. Normally in this kind of area, it's a bit harder, but usually you could find like a gardener snake or two.
They are all gardens.
Okay. Azed gives Greff a bit of a hug and makes his way off to do whatever he's doing. Your passive perception's like a 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Marrow. Yeah, I've got 16.
Okay, great. You notice nothing of a consequence.
Damn it! Why is everything going to shit?
I try to find a garden snake.
Okay. You would be backing away from the three houses that you are interested in.
That's fine.
And kind of coming across some of the other nice looking buildings that are along this road. You can look and look and look. Your position on the street is not a very good one. To look inside somebody else's walled or fenced garden for a garden snake. Unless you trespass, I'm going to say you can't find anything. It's that point in the evening where the sun is doing that thing where it's right on the horizon, and maybe 20 minutes it's going to be dark.
All right, I'll go back to Ivoris, and I'm sorry, I can't seem to find any, at least not without having to trespass on someone else's property.
Couldn't we get eggs? They like those. I like those.
We'd have to go buy some, I would assume.
All right, we're either going to do this or we're not. I don't have a better idea, Greff. I have things, but...
I want to wait on a set. I know waiting is bad. But... this is important. I know the longer we wait, the harder it gets, but if we go in the wrong house, it's the... And anyway.
How quick are rats?
20 feet a second, maybe?
How long has it been?
If you are spending time looking, it's probably been well over an hour and a half.
Could one feasibly take a short rest during that?
If you were searching, no.
Okay.
I say we start at the house that the rat has not returned from. It's the best start we have because we know that we have nothing there and we should have had something.
All right. We can try.
You're going to be so unhappy if you found like a butcher's cleaver through it and killed by the chef.
Yeah. Okay, so the mixed stone house.
Yes.
It has high stone walls around it.
Yes.
And it has a gate.
Yes.
How tall?
The fence, the wall is about 10 feet. It's kind of smooth-ish stone. It's not unscalable for the three of you. It's definitely doable, but it would be obvious if you're doing it on the street level.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah, Neil.
Ivoris is used to like rich, fancy places, and this one house is built out of bricks from both of the houses. Does it look like that was like
stolen from the other two?
On purpose? Well, no. Does it seem like that was a purpose architectural thing, or that this building was put up in a hurry next to these others with the materials from the others? Does it seem like this is an intentionally designed building in this area where I know the bricks to be lined up and treated very well?
Like you, I believe that dwarven stone cutting is a history check, so I'm going to need you to take that.
I can't argue
or you
anything
can argue
better.
Perception. Argue anything for me. Neil, argue anything.
Well, I can't intimidate or persuade them. And
no,
that's
you
kind of
cannot
really
intimidate the building. No.
So,
tell me your secrets, building.
I'll just go ahead and take the history.
Get you a stony response.
It's 18.
Ooh.
An 18.
18 history. That's
These buildings are built very similar. One slightly bigger than the other, one with a wing on it that the others do not. These are all designed as if it was designed by the same person. So that if you look at the buildings, they are aesthetically, they blend in together. The rest of the street, also very well made, very beautiful, but those buildings don't match. These three match. So the white building is built in such a way, the red building is built in such a way, and the red and white building is kind of a mix of both. Just that as you look at it, you can just tell that those three are separate and distinct from everything else around it.
But they all seem like they were built at the same time and such.
You would assume so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the wear, I'm saying not exactly the wear and tear because the red one looks like it's kind of falling down, but like the level of like decay in like the obvious places, like around the door frames, the pillars, like that where the weathering is basically the same.
Yeah. There's a house that's definitely like the worst of the three at this point.
Yeah, it's the
with
red
that
one, yeah.
wear. Okay.
Yeah, the red one is worn, you can tell.
And there are still guards in front of that, guarding that worn-ass house? Okay.
Yep, there's guards from all three of them.
Well, which one did we send the rat into?
The mixed house.
Okay.
The nicest of the three.
Yeah. The one without the dead plants.
All right, which one are we going into?
Can you get a closer look at those plants?
We have to get into the building, or into the gate.
I know, but why are there plants there? All these buildings are the same.
Well, there were plants in the others, but the other ones, they died.
How many gods have died at this point?
2.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming like Ivoris is out loud contemplating and talking about these things.
No, he's asking Morrow about his plant expertise.
I would need you to take a nature check to get more information on those plants.
Sure.
I'm going to say that you'll be able to like very subtly make your way towards it and kind of like give it half a glance and then like walk away again. I'll just give that as written.
17 nature.
There is signs of decay. It's beginning to turn.
It looks like the plants are still alive, but there's signs of decay. They're going to be dying soon. Mara looks kind of sad at that.
So it just hasn't happened yet.
We don't know a lot about the rituals and the creations of certain things, certain webs. But there's been 2 clearly they've clearly done the ritual twice already. And you're saying that they're decaying on the third one. Perhaps the act of doing the ritual makes the place unusable. And now they're working on the third one. So I think we're in good company going for mixed house. I'm not misremembering?
Then let's go in.
So we need to figure a way over the wall. We need to make a little plan. We need to plan out their movement, and we need to get in there because we can't be caught in the yard. Maybe on the way out we can run, but not in the yard.
How about this then?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go around back. There's still the wall, so they shouldn't be able to see us. I'll cast Pass Without a Trace to cover our tracks and everything. When we get to round back, I'll turn into a spider, I'll climb up on the wall, and I'll keep watch. When the coast is clear for you guys to come over, I'll make a gesture towards you, and then we climb over, we go inside.
Can you turn into something less scary?
How long can you stay in whatever form you choose?
A very long time.
Okay. Don't be too don't rush too early. They have a schedule. You can figure it out.
I can stay as a spider for 12 hours?
Jesus. Yeah. Okay, don't take the full 12 hours. Yeah, just try to figure out the rhythm. All right. And we're gonna, Greff is gonna make one last, look around for a set.
No sign of him.
Fuck it. I didn't give him enough money.
So to get them around back first, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace because I can't cast a spell after I'm an animal.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So I have to use a third level slot because I used all my second. Yes, it lasts for 1 hour. It's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use the third level spell slot to cast Pass Without Trace.
Yep.
And then we walk around back sneakily.
In that case, you know what I'm going to ask for. All three of you, please. It's a group check.
Plus 10.
All right. Come on, don't fuck me. Why am I rolling at disadvantage? But that's still crazy. Because I'm in scale mail. Scale mail causes disadvantage. All right.
So what's the lowest that your group got?
I would be the lowest with 17 plus 10, so 27.
Yeah, then why do I even fucking care? Sure. Sure.
Hey, Pass Without a Trace, second level spell slot. It's good.
Yes, it's worth the
third level in this case, unfortunately. But
some of you got 34. Even the gods themselves. Actually, no, the gods would still see you on a 34. You are quite squash level avoidance of gods yet. You sneak your way around the back of this wall, around the back of the building itself. You can see now a little bit clearer that there are windows and what looks like a small balcony out the back of this building. You notice that the vines back here are a little more dead, the ones that have grown over. They're a little bit more wooden, they're a little bit browner. There's still the tinges of green in it, it's not completely dead, but this is on its way out. What's your... 17 is your highest passive between you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The two of you who are not wild shaping and climbing the wall, you do not see, hear, or notice anything suspicious.
Okay.
You are climbing up on the wall as a...
spider.
What kind of spider?
Just the regular little spider.
So the garden variety garden spider?
Yes, because the other spider form is about the size
fucking
of
terrifying.
Ivoris.
Yeah, I don't want that one either.
The giant wolf spider would be way too big for this. I would stand out.
No. Let's not do that. Okay. You scurry up as a spider. I'm going to say that you are hidden for all intents and purposes because you'll have to trust out
I'm
a trace.
a spider in a garden.
You're a spider in a garden. Yeah, come on. I need you to make a perception roll for me, please.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to make you do a series of checks because of what you're looking at.
That's bad.
What did you get?
That's a 9.
You sit up here for what feels like a good hour and something. The sun has probably set now. Your spider, I presume, can see in the dark.
I would fucking hope so.
Let's go with yes. Your spider can see in the dark. I'm just gonna remember it. When you're a garden spider, you can see. Whatever. I don't
It has 8 eyes. V.
It does have dark vision, actually. Yes.
Thank God. All right. You notice that the pairs of guards go around. They seem to be walking at a good, a slow pace. They are looking left and right. If there's a pair of them, one of them looks one way, one looks the other. Occasionally, they'll walk over to a bush as part of their walk, check it, and move on with their buddy. When they turn a corner, the other pair appear, or the other big brute kind of looking guy appears. Unfortunately, with your 9, you really don't spot a hole. You don't spot when would be a good time. You can't exactly nail it down, except that it always seems to be if they are stopping to check the bush and then go on to the corner, the other guy will appear exactly the right time. And if he is just walking solo, the other pair that would be behind him appear exactly the right time to make sure that parts of the garden are neither without someone in it or someone will be able to see it. You can't spot a hole in this. Partly because you're bad perception. You also can't spot something else that is going on. And also you're only here for an hour or so.
Gotcha. All right. He's gonna climb back down the wall then and drop the form.
Okay.
Okay, so my spell's gone, first of all. The other thing is I kept watch, and it seems like they've got a very, very tight-knit system going. There's never really an opening. There's a way I could probably get us inside. It's slightly risky, but I could do it.
What is it?
I could essentially turn the two of you invisible, and then I would just turn back into a spider again, and we just go in like that.
Yeah.
I would be using up a lot more of my magic, though.
I understand.
Is invisibility a concentration?
It is.
Could you do 2 at once?
If I cast it at 3rd level.
Oh, yeah.
If you cast it with more energy.
I cast it with more magic.
Thank you.
Did you say they were like...
I'll describe what the people look like in...
Did you say they were like checking out a specific bush?
They're kind of like bushes and stuff. Like one pair will go around and like check the bushes with like a big stick. Like, not just like, here's one bush, I'm going to tap it and walk on. No, they check it all. Yeah. And it seems to be synced. So if they're doing that, someone won't suddenly appear halfway during that. No, they'll turn up exactly the right time.
Yeah, okay.
At least that's what was got on a 9.
Yeah.
The invisibility spell does last for an hour.
Yeah.
Would be very good for getting us in.
Fuck it. Greff starts taking off his scale mail.
Okay. That is a bold move. Where are you leaving it?
Just in one of the bushes where we're at.
Okay.
That really, really, really drops my AC.
Okay.
But if we're going to be sneaking, I need that.
All right. I'm going to give it out here. The back of the building that you've been keeping an eye on, you don't really spot like a back door back here. The only real proper entrance would be the balcony from back here. If not, the only other entrance that you have seen so far, you haven't surveyed the entire building round, but the only other entrance that you have seen so far has been the front entrance.
That's a bit of a problem then.
I didn't want you to jump back there and realize there's no back door.
Thank you.
At least you have only really seen the front and the back of the building. Like, you haven't surveyed around properly.
We ready, Greff?
I think so.
Where are we going to go then? Are we going to go in the front door?
Balcony. Climbing, clearly, right?
Yeah, just 2nd floor.
Is there a cellar entrance outside?
Ooh, like a storm cellar.
Not that you have seen from what you've surveyed. But again...
Yeah. Maro, if you will do the spells, then go into spider form again, do a quick circle around the area, and then come back down when we need to scale. If there's a different entrance, we'll have to try to communicate that.
Okay, if there's a different entrance, I will do a little wavy thing with my front. What are those things?
Legs.
Mandibles. The front mandible things. I will wave those at you if there's a different entrance, in which case I'll hop into one of your hands and I'll try to lead you as best as I can.
Yes. Otherwise, we're doing the balcony.
We
need to go. We need to go underground.
We'll just have to make our way through the house.
The ground can be through the house.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is the plan.
All right, ready, set, go. And then third
All
level
the spell
spell slot, invisibility.
Turn into a spider.
Tap the both of them, they turn invisible, and then I turn back into a spider, which uses up my other wild shape form. I have no wild shapes left.
Okay.
Yes.
You scurry up over the wall, and you do, or at least you can stay on top of the wall. That'll probably be just as easy and safe rather than to climb down, climb back up, and risk getting killed by someone who doesn't like spiders. Doing a once around. Again, I'm going to need a perception check. I will give you the obvious things on a low one and the slightly less obvious things on a higher one.
23.
Okay, yes, you do spot another entrance. You spot that's sort of to one side. You can see that there are some roses that are growing over the side of the building, or up the side of the building, or rather. And in that, you notice that there is a smaller kind of like stable door. So like you would assume that would probably be the kitchen. So you notice that on one side of the building that you hadn't seen previously. As you meander a bit further around the other side, you can see that there are some, like not balcony, like French doors. You see there's kind of like a patio area, which has some like really nice, well-crafted seats there, and like a kind of like a table with like a little parasol thing. And you notice that behind, like where that is, that there is like the kind of glass door looking things that you could just like open and break into. They look like they're kind of ajar from where you are, but that might just be an illusion of the darkness and the light that's being cast around. You can't 100% tell even on your 23. Other than that, you basically have front door, stable door, which you assume probably the kitchen. You have the patio entrance, and you also have the balcony. On your 23, you do notice a thing you didn't notice before, which is there is actually somebody sitting on top of the roof.
Somebody's sitting where?
On top of the roof. They are just small. And you only really notice them when they kind of like rolled their shoulders and had a bit of like a move around and then got into another comfortable position.
What do they appear to be doing?
They appear to just be watching the front. So they are watching essentially down the street.
Where we were standing earlier.
Yeah. Sorry. Whether they have or have not spotted the fact that you had gotten here is anybody's game.
Okay.
I mean, I know, but y'all can guess.
All right. So in that case, then Maro's going to come back around and start doing the little wavy thing with the front legs. And then hope somebody puts a hand out to pick him up.
Greff puts out his hand because Ivoris is clearly recoiling at the horrifying spider.
I am with him on this.
It's just a little me. It's a little Maro spider.
Yeah, you're adorable.
Thanks.
And I could crush you with my hand.
I'm just turn back to normal.
All right, so Greff is gonna put Maro back on the wall. He's gonna find Ivoris, and Ivoris and Greff are both like more than 6 feet tall. So between the two of us, we can easily scale
yes,
wall.
I'm not going to make you scale this. It's only 10 feet. In theory, your reach should be if you jump 9 feet, like half. I don't even know what your strength bonuses are. You should be able to grab this wall, and you both should be able to climb out. You are both fit, healthy fighter types, so I'm not even going to make you roll.
All right, yeah. So we're going to get up on the wall and over, and then it's quiet time, and we're going to try to follow the signals that Maro Spider is doing.
I need to check something. Are you staying on top of the wall, or are you jumping down?
Is it difficult to stay on the wall?
You will probably have to take some sort of acrobatics check, yeah.
Let me look at that.
And if you land, because you know there are like bushes and plants all around, you're probably going to have to take a stealth check.
Yeah. I am not particularly good at acrobatics. Ivoris?
Well, you're going to have to make a stealth check or an acrobatics. It's your choice, bud.
Invisibility does give you guys advantage.
Yeah. True.
Yes.
And I think it also gives the opponent disadvantage on their perception.
Can
like that.
you just link it just so that I can make sure that the text has, just so that we just have it?
The problem is the invisibility itself doesn't like tell you how it works in terms of like stealthing. I just know it's something to do with visibility.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to, like, they are basically invisible to the naked eye. They are not inaudible to the naked ear.
No.
Right.
So them crunching, making sounds, this stealth check would definitely be a sound-based thing because your weight is still there even if you're invisible. So I think mostly for moving around, yes, you'd have advantage on stealth. But in this particular instance, it is going to be a sound-based one because you're landing on, as I said, a bunch of bushes and dead plants, or dying plants at least.
Unless they have the high enough strength, they could do a long jump.
Yep.
I can do that.
It is entirely up to y'all. Are you staying on the wall? You're going to have to get down at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm going to go
I'm not
down.
going to sugarcoat that. You're going down?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, unless we try to jump from the wall to the balcony or some dumb shit.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that we jump over the bushes and rather try to land silently rather than like trying to drop down into the bushes and be silent.
Okay. In that case, I will definitely need an acrobatics, I guess. It's a jump.
Can I argue athletics because I'm trying to jump over something?
No.
All right.
Sorry. I'll get you to do the jump, and then I'll decide if you need the sneak based on your jump.
All right. I rolled a 22.
I rolled a 14.
15. Yeah, neither you have to roll stealth checks. That's fine. Places damage is wearing. Fuck it.
All right. Yeah. Greff, like, once he lands, he looks around for the little black dot that is the marrow spider.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, like, picks it up. And, like, it's already, like, semi-dark outside, right?
It is dark.
Yeah.
It's basically night now.
Yeah. And then Greff just kind of, like, nobody's going to notice a floating fucking spider.
Can Greff see in the dark?
No, Greff cannot see in the dark.
Okay, you will basically have to, for the most part, be working on Morrow guiding you.
Yeah.
You can see inside the windows a little bit. There is a bit of a glow, but it's not great. You're not going to walk into someone, but you may not notice if there's something on the ground that you may trip over.
Okay.
How do we not walk into each other?
Maybe you touch one another. I don't know. Like, just hold hands or something.
All right.
Okay.
So the way Morrow's going to guide them is essentially like staying on, I imagine, like Greff's palm or something.
Yep.
And because the palms are very sensitive to touch, Morrow's basically going to drag a leg like just forward along the palm, saying go forward, and then like drag to the right, drag to the left.
Yep, that seems like a sensible idea.
Yep.
So like if you need to turn right, you're going to feel like a little drag across your palm going to the right.
Yeah. I'm going to follow that as
which is probably a little disgusting for those of you who are arachnophobic. I apologize.
Yeah. Fuck you. This one trying to skip past this horrificness. Where are you leading them to?
The patio. Because that seems the most sensible to me.
You get to the patio. You can see that obviously the doors are made of glass with like little like wooden lattices in it just to hold the glass in place. You can see the door is very, very slightly ajar as this one hasn't shut it completely properly. You can see inside. Would all of y'all please roll a perception check?
Sure.
Ooh, 21.
19.
17.
Okay, on the 17 and the 19, you spot that this is a patio to what looks like a very ornate-looking study. The study has a big mahogany desk. It has those kind of chairs that have like leather lining and they're brightish red. You can see that there is carpets and rugs on the ground. There are also stuffed like animal heads, like hunting, are up on the wall in various places. There is a fire crackling there. You don't notice anyone in the room. Greff, you notice exactly the same. You also hear a lot of movement from the front of the building.
Oh, fuck. I hear hear movement. Do you think they're trying to move the stone?
Are we in yet?
No, you're still outside.
Okay. We haven't blown our cover yet.
No.
Greff is gonna just lead the group into the study.
Uh-huh.
And
roll a stealth check.
Jesus.
I'll allow it with advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Even I'm not going to make these hinges like that would be a dick move.
Nobody wants to live in a house where there are hinges that make that noise.
Yeah, but people get over it real quickly. Like, oh, I'll fix it one day.
That's an 18.
I got a number.
Ah, you bastard.
It was a number. You very carefully, very quietly open the door and you close the door behind you as you sneak into the study. Mm-hmm. You notice that there are a couple of bookshelves here with some very old tomes in here. You also see like the other like accolades to times past, like you have an award for this or an award for that, or like you are a prestigious this, that, or something. You see this quite a bit in this room. You hear the sound of the front door opening and closing again.
Greff is listening out. He's trying to spot if people are talking, if he can hear anything interesting.
Perception check, please.
All right. Sorry, I rolled with an advantage. That was a 10.
You do hear the sound of muffled talking, but you don't really get anything in particular. Actually, no. I think with a 10, it's not obvious, but you definitely get that someone is being deferred to. Like, you've been around Ivoris when the servants are bowing and going, yes, me lord, and all that good stuff. You definitely hear sounds of that. Like, you can't pick out the words, but you get that intonation.
They just arrived.
They did, indeed. So we're in a city, like the capital. I didn't expect to be here, but I guess I'm here now, so, well, fuck it, I guess. I wonder what the hell they're thinking of doing here. Well, I mean, getting what we need to get, but, well, hopefully I'll be out the way by the time all that shit goes down, so, you know. Good luck to me. Fucking Greff, catch me every goddamn time, mother. Well, anyway, want to say thank you to Kier from Undead. Undead gave us the name Kier, so thank you for that. And I want to say, if you want to help us out, leave us a review somewhere. Gotta go get some information. See you later, folks.